The Front Street Animal Shelter is the city of Sacramento's municipal shelter. We're an open shelter, which means everything that comes in to our doors, we have to accept. At the end of the day, it's about getting animals out of the shelter. It's wet noses out the door, and that's our goal, that's our mission.
11,000 animals pass through here each year, which means that this shelter
stack those there
is always in need of extra help.
When the summer interns at City Hall's program started, we were, I think, one of the first divisions in the city to bring them on. I don't know where they're getting these kids, but we have been incredibly pleased and frankly just really impressed by their maturity.
Summer at City Hall sends dozens of teenagers into the real world to get hands-on experience working for city departments and government agencies. The hope? These teens will someday consider their own career working in public service.
The program started in Sacramento with 30 kids through a partnership with the city and the school district. And now we have Elk Grove, Yuba City, Oxnard, and Moreno Valley. Cities are attracted to this because they see the need to grow a more diverse workforce, seeing that they're going to have a lot of retirements coming up. And then they're also worried about the level of civic engagement in their communities.
Along with the civics lesson, the teenagers learn what it's like to have a job.
We went over how to act, or like your attitude when you're in the workforce, like rather than being casual as if you would act with your friends, like be more respectable, be more formal.
And we also, they also went over with how we should dress because of the shelter, the animal shelter where we're going to be at. And I actually see myself like actually being able to like help out with like customers, answering phone calls.
The internship is a major component of the Summer at City Hall program, now in its 6th year here in Sacramento. But it wasn't always easy to find work for these teens.
People were kind of hesitant. It's like, I don't know what to do with these kids. And we didn't want just kids coming and doing filing or running around getting coffee, things like that. We wanted these young people to have a real job.
Sacramento City Council member Schenirer came up with the concept for Summer at City Hall while he was campaigning for his seat.
I was walking neighborhoods and I would see young people and they would say, "What are you doing here?" And I would say, "Well, I'm running for city council," and they would have no idea what that meant. And so it really brought forth to me the need to do civics education for our young people. And so out of that really hatched the idea for Summer at City Hall.
These are real life skills. I'm not like trying to reduce this down for high school students.
Summer at City Hall kicks off the day with students gathered in the historic chambers of Sacramento's old City Hall to get a lesson in how things really work in government.
People, money, time. Everybody say people, money, time.
City Hall is pretty impressive. You know, just seeing where like the mayor and all legislation happens. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Sitting in the rooms where they actually do the meetings and stuff, and then finding out that there's 2 city halls, not just one.
I think location is really important. I think that anytime you take students outside the classroom and you kind of change the environment, you actually get a different reaction from the kids. And you know, to me, this doing in historic council chambers is like almost the best classroom you can possibly ever have. It's important that you guys break this up. It's really is what you want teaching to be. These kids are definitely motivated. They're definitely, these are the go-getters of our kids in the city.
Students say they're also motivated by the $300 stipend that they earn at the end of the 7-week program.
That's very important, especially to me. I don't know about you, but my dad's from a low-income family. Like, he's a stereotypical Indian taxi driver, so he's the only person working in my family of 5. I have 2 little brothers. So it's going to be very important considering college and other financial needs that I'll have in the future.
I also agree with her too. I also come from a low-income family too. So I also want to be able to like use the $300 to also help out with like my family and also deal with like school-related things too, because I don't always want to like ask my parents to like pay for my school-related things because I always feel bad that I was have to.
Along with the money, the high school students get free public transit passes to get them to and from their internships each afternoon.
The students do need to, I guess, learn the responsibility of being able to get around the city on their own, teach them about professionalism and being on places on time. We do have at-risk kids here. We do have kids that have financial issues, and the fact that we can support them to get these bus passes so that they don't have to pay for themselves, so they actually are a little more motivated.
we're really not targeting just kind of your straight A students. We really are trying to reach out to young people who otherwise wouldn't have this experience, who are disconnected, who need to be more engaged in their community.
One of the ways the program does that is through service days, cleaning up area parks.
This is McClatchy Park. It's in Oak Park, which is in my district. We want them to understand on the ground what it is. We have our park service workers and our park rangers out here with them. So it's just a good experience for them doing that, knowing it's not all about book learning.
It is hard working outside because we're in the weeding area, so we're not in the shade and stuff. So it's like it's getting hot, but we're doing our best, and we're cleaning the community so that when people come here and play in the kid park and stuff, it will be clean for them.
Just overall a better experience for the family,
Organizers of the summer at City Hall received a state grant to expand this program to another 5 cities in 2017. And they hope to make it statewide by putting together an online toolkit for any city to use.
I want all of my colleagues, all of the city staff to really be reminded every day why they're there, what we need to do for young people. Young people a lot of times get left out of the conversation.
I often think, okay, so here's a young person who may grow up and become rich and famous and remember their fine time with us at the shelter and be philanthropic as they're adults. Or perhaps they'll teach their children about loving and caring, proper loving and caring of animals. It's growing future leaders in the animal world.
As we look towards the future workforce of the city and a need for a diverse workforce, these are the young people that are going to fill that need, and we really need to take care of them.
Internships are modern-day versions of apprenticeships. In the trade guilds of 11th century Europe, an apprentice would work alongside a master craftsman to learn a skill like printmaking. These apprenticeships started around the age of 16 and could last for several years. Apprentices would then graduate to journeymen and start earning better wages.